Today's supercars are faster, lighter, and more efficient than ever before as they push through the boundaries of physics to deliver the ultimate thrill behind the wheel. Welcome to another video of Vantatech. Today we'll be talking about the epic, insane, and fastest four-seater supercars in the world. Make sure you watch till the end because you are going to be completely astonished by what's coming at number 1. So, let's start this countdown with number 10. 2020 BMW M5 Competition. The BMW 5 Competition is a high-performing version of the BMW 5 Series similar to its rivals, the Mercedes-AMG and the Audi RS. It is powered by BMW's familiar 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine and has a peak output registering at 617 horsepower, making the car go from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 99.7 kilometers per hour in just 3.3 seconds, with a top speed of 189 miles per hour or 304.16 kilometers per hour. It also comes with an 8-speed automatic gearbox with an all-wheel drive. The 2021 M5 competition price will start at $112,000. Up next at number 9 is the 2020 Audi RS7 Sportback. The 2020 Audi RS7 Sportback is the toughest version of the Audi A7. The RS model boasts a more aggressive-looking bodywork and has exclusively high-performance equipment. This aggressive nature helps in competition with the like rivals such as the Mercedes-AMG GT63S and the BMW M850 Grand Coupe. It has a 4-liter V8 engine, the same as the one in the RS6, providing a mild hybrid system for the belt-driven starter generator. The overall output of the car is 591 horsepower, and the all-wheel drive system receives the energy through an 8-speed automatic gear with a top speed of 190 miles per hour or 305 kilometers per hour. If you think this is crazy, then you're literally going to be blown away by number 1. On number 8 is the BMW M8 Competition. Another BMW competition in this countdown, which is powered by the same twin-turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 engine, is the 2020 BMW M8 Competition. This car runs with 670 horsepower and uses an 8-speed automatic transmission and a rear-biased all-wheel drive system. This ensures it can disengage power to the front axle. The car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 96.5 kilometers per hour in just 3.3 seconds. It can attain a top speed of 190 miles per hour or 305.7 kilometers per hour when equipped with the M Drivers package. The starting price of the 2020 BMW M8 Competition is $148,000. Here at number 7 is the 2020 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Widebody. The Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Widebody is the high-performance variant of the Charger sedan. The Charger SRT is powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi Hellcat V8 engine and has a peak output of 707 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, assisting the car to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 96.5 kilometers per hour in just 3.6 seconds. This car's top speed is listed at 196 miles per hour, with a base price of $71,140. Number 6. The Mercedes-AMG GT63S. The 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT63S is the top-of-the-line variant of the GT4 door. It comes with the same 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine as in the GT63 but receives further tuning to produce 630 horsepower. The GT63S reportedly accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 99.7 kilometers per hour in 3.2 seconds and can also attain a top speed of 196 miles per hour or 315 kilometers per hour as tested by the manufacturer. The engine is paired with an AMG speed shift and a CT9 speed automatic gearbox and an all-wheel drive system with a lofty starting price of $161,200. Next up at number 5 is the Porsche 911 Turbo S. The Porsche 911 Turbo S is a high-performance turbocharged variant of the Porsche 911 rear-engine sports car. Just like its predecessor twin turbo, this vehicle's engine has a similar 3.8 liters of displacement, which is paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox and an all-wheel drive system. It also produces 640 horsepower, making the car go from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 96.5 kilometers per hour in just 2.6 seconds. Porsche claims the car's top speed to be 205 miles per hour or 330 kilometers per hour with a starting price of $203,500. Number 4. Aston Martin DB11 AMR. In 2018, Aston Martin unveiled the DB11 AMR as the replacement for its outgoing DB11 V12. DB11 AMR produces 630 horsepower and has an acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour or 97 kilometers per hour in 3.5 seconds, and an increased top speed of 208 miles per hour or 335 kilometers per hour. Aston Martin also produced a limited run of 100 DB11 AMR Signature Edition cars at the start of production, featuring a sterling green paint scheme with lime green accents, similar to that found on the Vantage GTE race cars. The DB11 AMR is priced at $518,194. Next, at number 3, we have the Ferrari GTC 4 Lusso. This car is not exactly a new entry on the 4-seater supercar market, but it is still the most practical Ferrari model out there. The GTC 4 Lusso was unveiled at the 2016 Geneva Motor Show and is powered by a front mid-mounted V12 engine rated at 681 horsepower. The GTC 4 Lusso has a shooting brake body with 3 doors, while its cabin is spacious enough to fit 4 adults. Lusso's maximum speed is topped at 208 miles per hour or 334 kilometers per hour, and it will get you to 62 miles per hour or 99.7 kilometers per hour in just 3.4 seconds. And the price range starts well over $300,000 once the destination fee and gear guzzler tax are added. The runner-up position of this countdown goes to another Aston Martin car, the 2021 Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Offered as either a hardtop coupe or a ragtop convertible Volante, the 2021 Aston Martin DBS Superleggera is a luxury sports car. Superleggera means super light in Italian, but there's nothing light about this grand tourer. Under its sculpted hood is a 715 horsepower, 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 gas engine, which will propel the DBS Superleggera onto a 211 mile/hour or 340 km/h top speed, with a claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour or 96.5 kilometers per hour acceleration in just 3.2 seconds. Convertible body style doesn't always mess with the car's aerodynamics, which is demonstrated by the new Aston Martin DBS Superleggera Volante. It drops the top, but keeps the speed parameters on the same level as the coupe, with a base price of $316,300. Before moving on to number 1, hit the subscribe button if you like our content. It's completely free, and you're getting all this valuable knowledge. Moreover, you can always unsubscribe whenever you want. Topping the chart on number 1, we have Koenigsegg Gemera. The Koenigsegg Gemera is a limited production 4-seat plug-in hybrid Grand Tourer manufactured by the Swedish automobile manufacturer Koenigsegg. It has much more to offer than just space and over-the-top design. This is a supercar after all, and it has all the sprawling hybrid powertrain to prove it. The Gemera is powered by a sequentially turbocharged 2-liter inline-3 engine, dubbed the Tiny Friendly Giant, in conjunction with 3 electric motors with a combined peak output of 1,677 horsepower. It's the world's first Mega GT and Koenigsegg's first 4-seater car. The Gemera has a claimed top speed of 240 miles per hour or 401 kilometers per hour and accelerates up to 62 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds. The car is limited to an edition of 300 units, and the price of each unit is $1.9 million US. If you want to know about the insane competitors of this magnificent beast, make sure you check out this video.